Hello everyone. This video is intended to be a brief look at Pelikan's M200 Copper Rose Gold that came out just this past month. This is the second classic model, kind of in quick succession, the first one being the Orange Delight. Both of them have unique features. If you look at my review of the Orange Delight, you see that it was kind of this hybrid demonstrator. What we get here with the Rose Gold is just that, rose gold. Rose gold is when you mix gold with copper to create this kind of reddish appearance. So just a way to color the gold. And you can see that this is not your kind of pure gold look. Here's a comparison. You can see kind of the look of yellow gold versus rose gold. So you get this kind of reddish versus yellow appearance. It's been gaining popularity in jewelry circles in the last several years, so Pelikan is kind of capitalizing on it here with this release. It's not the first time Pelikan has used rose gold, though it is the first time that I can recall it was used on the classic line. In 2016, Pelikan used it on the statue of Zeus, which is an M200 sized pen. It was the sixth pen in the Seven Wonders of the World series. It's a white resin done in a Toledo style. And if you look at the nib, you can see it's a little bit, different color than what you'd get on the copper rose gold. And that's likely to due to the, just the degree of the nature of the metal that was used, because this has an 18 karat nib on it versus gold plated stainless steel. So not 100% new for Pelikan, but quite unusual for Pelikan. Furniture aside, the pen has this kind of very shimmery, copper-colored barrel. It really looks attractive in good lighting. There is this kind of dark brown ink view behind the section. That's a welcome addition because Pelikan has pretty much foregone the inclusion of ink views on their Souverons, so it's nice to see it included here, particularly on a non-demonstrator model. Other than the barrel, you have these white resin components. Obviously, white resin will run the risk of staining, so you do have to have a little more attention to detail when it comes to maintenance and ink selection. One thing I do appreciate is, again, just like the Orange Delight, we see kind of this cohesion in design. You get a plated clip nut, which has been a bone of contention in the past. You get this white resin cap top, which is done in the same, white resin as the rest of the components, so it matches nicely. And the logo is screened in this kind of coppery gold color, which also kind of goes together nicely. Overall, the pen has, a pretty captivating look. It is a smaller pen, so those that do not like small pens will be put off by this one. It does post nicely, and I think it takes on a wonderful size when posted. Has a near perfect balance in the hand, but obviously still is compact enough to travel well, but still, for people that like big pens, it just won't have the girth or the weight that they look for. One thing that is a plus here is that the price is actually one of the cheaper prices we've seen on a classic model in some time. That does not mean this is cheap by any stretch. It's still an expensive pen, but certainly it is more affordable than what we've seen other classic models released at. So if this one appeals to your senses and the size doesn't bother you, then it's definitely a solid addition. It's got a kind of a unique plating, and it remains to be seen whether Pelikan will explore this plating on other releases in the future, or if this is simply a one-off. That's, to be determined. So we'll see where they go with that. So that's just been a brief look at Pelikan's M200 Copper Rose Gold.